Hello and welcome to this section, Implementation. Well, this is it, the last section of the course. Well done for making it this far. Whoa! But don't congratulate yourself too much just yet. This section's a biggie. You now know what quality management is, what the ISO 9001 is, and what's required for your own quality management system. But there's no point going this far and creating it if it's just going to sit on your hard drive or gather dust on your shelves. It needs to be set free, it needs to be given life, be put out there to evolve further. It needs to be implemented. This is quite a large section to actually cover, but it's broken down into logical steps and again bite-sized chunks. First off, we'll look at management responsibility, as these initiatives need to be led from the top management. If it's just seen as part of a pet project or a fad and not given the authority and the backing, it will fail. Management should know what the customer requirements are and direct this into the creation of the quality management system, as well as to assign the required resources. We'll also look at other management responsibilities, including quality policy and how it identifies the main goals of the QMS, planning, responsibility and authority of others within the organisation, communication, and also importantly management review, as certain aspects of the QMS will need to be regularly reviewed to make sure that the goals are being achieved. We're then going to move on to rollout and a suggested rollout procedure utilising a steering team to lead the implementation project. After this, we're going to look at some tips and tricks that I've gleaned from others as well as my own experience on implementing the QMS. This is by no means a definitive list and should only be seen as a guide, as each implementation will be unique, but the fundamental requirements will remain the same. Next, we'll look at the PDCA cycle. At this point you might actually know what that is, but by the end of this section you'll have an intimate knowledge and understanding of why the plan, do, check, act cycle is a foundation of all the ISO management standards. Nearing the end of this, the last section, we'll look at one of the cornerstones of any total quality management process, not only the ISO 9001 but any, and that is continual improvement. What drives continual improvement? How do you actually identify what needs to be improved? Principles of continual improvement as well as the processes to be incorporated. These will all be covered in this section. Now then, this last section was originally incorporated into a continual improvement lesson, but I felt that it needed a section on its own, as these principles have become a strong contributor and fundamental part of lean manufacturing, and that is Kaizen. So without further ado, let's get started with the last section.